Hi, right now we're going to talk about how can we tell which operation do we use in a word problem. So let's say we start, actually, let me rewind. First thing is our four operations are add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So add and subtract. When we have a word problem where something happens, but it only happens one time, then we're either going to be adding or subtracting. When we have a word problem where something happens multiple times, then we will be multiplying or dividing depending on what is happening in the problem. So, for example, let's say that the temperature in Utah is 93 degrees at 2 o'clock. Okay, at 2 p.m. Then by 6 p.m., it has cooled down to 87 degrees. My question is, how much did it cool down? By how much did the temperature change? Well, in that case, something's changing, but it's only changing one time. It's not changing over and over and over again. So all we have to do for this, because something is decreasing, is we're going to subtract 93 minus 87. We'll do 93 degrees minus 87 degrees is 6 degrees. Now, it went down 6 degrees. So you can represent that it went down by either saying down 6 degrees or by saying -6, because that represents going down 6. That's an example of something where it changed only one time. So we used adding or subtracting. Okay. Let's take a look at when you use multiplication or division. Let's say that between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., 2 p.m., the temperature changed 15 degrees. Let's go with 16. Changed 16 degrees total. And it changed the same amount each hour. Okay, same each hour. Well, now this is something that's repeatedly happening over and over and over again. Every single hour it's increasing by the same amount for a total of 16 degrees. So in order to figure out how much did it change each hour, then we first have to figure out, well, how many hours are there? 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2. That's a total of 4 hours. And it was 16 degrees total. So we're taking our 16 degrees total and we're splitting it up into 4 sections. So when we split up, that means we divide. So we're going to do 16 divided by 4, which equals 4. And because we're talking about degrees, it's 4 degrees. So every hour, it increased by 4 degrees. So increase would be positive. You could just leave it as a positive 4, or you could say increased by 4 degrees. That's an introduction to looking at the operations in word problems.